We have no business finding the right partner until we become the right partner. There's no finding the right partner until you become the right partner. Hey guys, welcome to the Blossom Podcast. This is the podcast where I share tips, insight, resources, and my personal experiences on how we can blossom fully into our full potential, becoming all that God has called us to be on earth, filling the earth with fruits. And this video is no exception. There are just a couple of things that I want to talk about when it comes to finding the right partner. Yes, like we need to talk about it because it plays a very important role in becoming all that God wants us to be. I believe that marriage is one of the oldest union. Like marriage is one of God's institution in order to replenish the earth and advance the earth and increase the earth. And I believe that marriage is a very, very important topic. Even if I'm still learning about marriage, I still want to understand more about it. But I know that partnership is one thing that God does not play with. He believes that man should not do life alone. And I also believe that too, that nobody should do life alone. That's why I am making this video. I have figured out that we have no business finding the right partner until we become the right partner. That is one thing that I have discovered. That's like the first thing first. You have to like find yourself in order to find the right partner. I really want to even educate us, and I want to encourage us on what it actually means to become the right partner for the right partner. A lot of times we know what we don't want. We know that we don't want a guy that is not kind. We don't want a guy that's not going to take care of us. Or if you're a man, you don't want a lady who's not going to respect you. You don't want a lady who's going to be loud. You don't want a lady who's going to be everywhere. But it's the same thing. What then do you want? A lot of times we know what we don't want, but we don't know what we want. That's the same thing that happens to this finding the right partner. Like a lot of us, we easily point fingers as, I want a guy that's this, I want a guy that's that. But we don't even know what we want. We just know that we don't want a guy that doesn't have a job. We don't want a guy that's not working. We don't want a guy that doesn't love God, that does not work with the Lord. But the truth is, what do you want? Like, what do you want? You cannot answer that question of what do you want unless you introspect. Like look within, look inwards, and really check in your heart. Who am I? Who am I becoming? Because everything you are and everything you're becoming is what is going to help you to identify who that partner is for you. If you really want to find the right partner, you have to look inwards. If you don't even know yourself, you can't know what you want. The reason why a lot of us don't know what we want is because we don't know ourselves. That's one thing I've discovered. I'm saying this because personally, that has been my journey. The relationships I've had, why it had not been fulfilling is because I didn't know who I was. So I didn't even know what to expect. I just knew I wanted to be treated right. But knowing you wanted to be treated right does not define treatment. Every good guy out there is not for you. So there's something unique that stands out when you know who you are, when you understand your assignment, your identity. It's easy to know which good man is going to fit or be that partner for you. A partner can either make you or break you. And this is the season where you get to make yourself by discovering your identity and understanding your identity, so that when you are in the course of fulfilling your mandate and doing your assignment, when that man comes, when that partner comes, you're going to be able to recognize him. He's going to find you doing what you love. He's going to know that, okay, this is my partner, the bone of my bone, the flesh of my flesh. He's going to know. But if you don't even know who you are, and if you don't even know your assignment, how is he going to even identify you? How is he going to identify you, right? All I'm just trying to say is there's no finding the right partner if you don't become the right partner. And that is what this season is all about. This season of waiting, it is so key. It's going to help us to really spend more time with ourselves, spend more time with God. Because when it comes to understanding who we are, understanding ourselves, we have to go back to God. God is the one who made us in his image and likeness. So if you don't study God, if you don't go to God to understand that, Lord, who am I? What have you sent me on earth to do? Why have you created me specifically? What is my assignment? If you don't go back to do that work, you're not going to find the right partner. Even if you find somebody, you see that it won't end up right. It won't end up right. That's one of the reasons why a lot of people are in toxic relationships. It's just because they don't know who they are, and they don't know what they deserve, and they don't know what they want. It's just like a believer that is saved, and there are so many blessings on our inheritance as a believer as being saved. And if we don't even know what it is, we can't come into that reality. If we don't know what those blessings are, we can't live out that reality, regardless of the fact that we are believers. So it's the same way. You cannot experience that healthy relationship if you don't even know who you are, if you don't know that you deserve it. And you cannot know that you deserve it if you don't do the work. But when you do the work, you stay with the Lord, let that refining fire come through you, let it work on you, and that partner comes, you know that yes, is deserving. You know that, yes, you deserved it because God has worked on you. He has pruned you. He has shaped you. you, has educated you, he has filled you with his mind. You now have the mind of Christ. You now function the way he functions, you talk the way he talks, you see the way he sees, you hear the way he hears. Then you can have a partner. That partner that you now want to have, you guys are going to be able to work together as one, because two has to become one. So you guys will become one, and your values will align, your purpose will align, because you guys are now one. If you don't even know your values or know your assignment, how can you guys become one? How can you become one? What will make you guys to become one is the fact that you people share the same values, the same goals. You people, you like the same thing. You guys are believers. You love the Lord. You guys stand for the same thing. Then two of you become one, and two will put 10,000 to flight. You guys will do great things for the Lord. And marriage is just a representation of the church and Christ. Just like we are one body and he's the head. It's the same way you become one. And what do you do when you guys become one? You bear fruit of the womb. You bring in children, you bring in life. What are you going to teach those children? What are you going to educate those children? It's not about bringing life to life. It's not about what would you have to give to that life that you're bringing to life. This is why we have to do the work of building ourselves now, because how much we build ourselves and work on ourselves is how well we're going to transfer the knowledge and the information that we have to our kids, the life we're going to bring on earth. How well we are built is going to be the foundation on which our children, or the life we're going to bring to earth, how well they are also going to thrive. Like the Bible says, a good father leaves an inheritance for his child. So this is our responsibility. We definitely don't want our children to have a life worse than us. The goal is that we should go from glory to glory. So we have to go from glory to glory. We have to keep growing so that our children will come and be way better than us. If we were good, we're kind, we tried, they should be kinder than us, if there's any word like that. They should be gooder than us. That's the goal. That's what legacy means. Legacy means is a continuation. That is the vision God has for the earth. There's going to be a continuation. It's supposed to be better and better until the perfect day. And the only way it can be better and better is if you know better. If we know better, that's the only way that it can be better. So it starts by you doing the work. If you know you don't like the background or where you're coming from, you don't like how things have been, you can change that. You can choose differently. You can say, I want things to be different for me, and I want things to be different for my children. I want things to be different for my home, my family. And it starts with you doing the work now. It does not start when you find a partner. Just in case you've been enjoying this video and this video is giving you so much value, don't forget to leave a comment, like this video, share this video, and let me know, how are you becoming the right partner in this season? Like, what are the things you are doing that is helping you to become the right partner? And if you are facing some challenges, what are they? Like, I would like to know your opinions, and I would like to, read your comments to know how you're also navigating this phase if you are single like me. And yeah, let's get back into the video now. The work you do now is going to prepare you and shape you and help you to be ready for that partner to find you. Just look at Esther. She had to go through a season of preparation before she got presented to the king. If not, the king would have not even recognized her if she didn't go through that preparation. So preparation is very important, because that's where God transforms you. He makes you, he prunes you, he refines you, so that you can now be the version that can steward that healthy partner and that love that you want. And when that partner even walks into your life, he's going to see you doing what the Lord has told you to do. He's going to recognize you. Just like Rebecca, when they sent Isaac's servant to go, that anybody you see that is giving the lamb, the camel water, that's his wife. She was doing her assignment. Rebecca was already ordained to go to the well, fetch water for the animals, for them to drink and all. The Lord was able to orchestrate the part of that servant to meet Rebecca at that time, because she was in her assignment. So when you're doing what God has called you to, when you've discovered your assignment and you're doing what God has called you to do, God will orchestrate the steps of that man to meet you, and he's going to recognize you that you are the one. Another woman would have not taken that place, because Rebecca is the one that comes to that well to feed the animals. That's her assignment. So she always does that. So when the word of the Lord came to Abraham and said, whoever gives you water to drink, that should be the wife. The same way, if God is going to send you that right partner, you have to be doing what you are doing. So imagine if you're not becoming, imagine if you're not finding yourself, imagine if you're not finding your assignment. How is that right partner going to find you? How is he going to even recognize you? He's not going to recognize you. I believe so much that if we don't find out who we are, we cannot even recognize who that partner is, because we don't even know what we need in a partner. But when you have an idea of where God is taking you to, it's not like you have it all figured out, but you have an idea of, okay, this is the path I'm on, this is what I'm going to stand for, this is what I believe, these are my values. You can know which guy fits in and which guy doesn't. All good guys doesn't mean all good guys will fit in. All good girls doesn't mean all good girls will fit in. What makes the difference is your values, is what you believe. I really want to encourage us to do the work. It's a one-time thing, because when you become, it can't be taken from you. Who you become becomes your value. Who you become, it becomes you. That's what you can transfer. That's your spiritual inheritance. And you can only find that in this waiting season. While you are waiting, your goal should not be looking for a man. To a point, I've been very desperate, romanticizing guys, especially when I even see guys that I like. I'm always like romanticizing them, like, oh my God, I like this guy, blah, 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 blah. But even the ones I ended up dating, it didn't work out. Now that I'm introspecting and now that I've started my journey of identity and discovering myself, I figured out that the reason why those relationships never worked out was because I was just romanticizing them, but there was no fulfillment, because I didn't even know what I was looking for. I didn't even know, how will I know that I'm with my person? What am I supposed to look out for that I will know that is my person? I'm not supposed to just be there romanticizing a guy because it's fine. I'm dating a guy because it's fine. That's too vague and shallow. How will you be dating a guy because it's fine? It has to be deeper. Let it be that you're dating a guy because you guys believe in the same thing. Let it be that you're dating a guy because you believe in transformation and he believes in transformation. Be dating a guy because he wants to, change the world, and you too, you want to change the world. It makes sense. Then two can become one, because people have the same values, the same goals. Imagine you want to change the world and a guy is saying, I don't care about the world, and you want to be with that guy. Maybe because he has money or something. How will you live a fulfilled life? You won't be happy. This is really from a personal experience, and ever since I realized that, okay, I need to stop being desperate, I had to, tell myself that I can't be desperate. I just can't be desperate. The energy I'm going to put in looking for a man, I rather put in that energy into becoming the one. That is what I'm going to advise anybody that's looking for a spouse or anything. Put in the energy into becoming the one, because the moment you are putting in the energy into becoming the one, automatically you're going to be elevated. You're going to be in spaces that are going to attract those kind of partners and people that are like-minded and thinking the same thing. That is like what I believe. So there's no skipping this phase of becoming the one. Let's put in the work. Let's do it. We can do it. Okay, just in case you've not seen my other videos, I've talked about the keys that we need in this waiting season. I'm going to attach some of them to the video so that you can really watch them and see what I talked about, the keys that you need in this waiting season, so that you can become all that God has called you to be. Just make sure you watch this video again so that you have clarity, you understand what I'm saying, and that you see it differently. Okay, thank you for watching. Thank you for staying tuned. I'm going to see you in the next video. Bye.